Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
We meet again. What were the results? That is troubling. There are frightful stories being whispered about. I have my suspicions, but I must not jump to conclusions until we know more. I must know more first. An old friend of mine is mixed up in... She might be in danger. I've been trying to locate her. It's a delicate matter. That's all I can say for now. A gang of Harkonnen deserters are holed up in a testing station. I have reason to believe one of them knows the crash site of a ship called the Catheria. Go to the testing station, find a report or any other evidence of where the Catheria might have crashed. Find the intel, and I can fill you in more. Do whatever it takes. This one is important to me.
Welcome, honored guest. Dr. Natalia Manis here, head of testing station number 29. My fellow station leads are constantly reminding me of what a plum assignment this station is, located as it is in this deep graben, rich in shade and sheltered from the weather. Two rarities here on Old Arrakis. I will admit, I do feel lucky. We've developed several shade-tolerant species that can survive on the floor of the graben. Naturally, this success has made station number 29 a must-see for our colleagues at the more challenging stations. If you are one of those visitors from above, please make yourself at home. I'm sure you'll find it a refreshing break from stinging sand and blistering sun. Welcome, honored guest. Dr. Natalia Manis here, head of testing station number 29. My fellow station leads are constantly...
Who goes there? Get!
See someone. They're here. Where's backup?
Let's get the battle.
We meet again. Fantastic. Let's see what you found out. Yes, this is it. The Catheria crashed in the Haga Rift. Commendable work. Commendable. I do. Things are progressing. We've decrypted that spy's report. We're still sifting through data, but it links the renegade Scorda to someone I know, Flag Officer Katrina Kloros. Katrina was commander of the Catheria when the ship went down. She survived, but it's now clear that she turned deserter following those events. She's the missing friend I mentioned. At this point, I have more questions than answers. I don't like where any of this is leading. My superiors have been monitoring Katrina, but she won't talk to any Atreydes. They want to know more. I want to know more. I need you to talk to her. As someone less official, you might be able to get her to talk. She has to know something that makes this madness make sense. Based on the previous intel you gathered for me, from those Harkonnen deserters, she's near the wreck of the Catheria in the Haga Rift. My superiors didn't seem at all surprised by this revelation. They're holding something back. They've known. I want to say words I should not say. Agreed. None of us see the same person in the mirror as when we first landed on Arrakis. Will you go find Katrina Chloros? I eagerly await your report. There's just one more thing. Do whatever it takes to convince Katrina to return to the fold. She was a mentor and a hero of mine. She stands for everything I once believed in. Our path has become so twisted. This war of assassins corrodes our honor and identity. It corrodes me. The Atreydes are not the Atreydes anymore. I'm at the edge. I need a win. Everything seems to turn out wrong. But we can save her. We can make it right. I have to believe that. Thank you. It means a great deal to me. And more.
Take it you're not a heat mirage. Who are you? A bit late for that. Even if I wasn't dying, there's no going back now. Anton always was sweet. And naive. I envy that. He won't have it much longer. He was practically a kid when I trained him. An orphan turned soldier. Guess I filled in for something he was missing. May as well ask your questions. Only thing I have left is time. And I don't have much of that. My family's been with the Atreydes since time out of mind. Not nobles. Never far up the chain. But our fates have always been tied with that house. That's all gone now. It's... When we came to Arrakis, we were Atreydes. We're not anymore. We lost it somewhere in this war of assassins. You sound like Skorda. We may have lost it, but what the Atreydes had, no house has ever touched. Leastways not the living corpses of House Harkonnen. He was my brother in blood. Saved each other's lives more than once. He was always a loose cannon, though. He always had this ability to make you look the other way. Like the time the Duke himself stepped in on his behalf. Or that last favor he asked me. I was commander of the Catheria. Skorda asked me to carry some cargo aboard. No records, no questions. Smuggling, sure, but he said it was important. I agreed to all that. It's just how it was with Skorda. We got ambushed over Arrakis. The Catheria, the Delphus, and the Euphoria. All shot down. It'd be a kindness not to answer, but It's not far. Just over yonder. But if you're looking for Skorda's cargo, you're too late. Bandits came in that night. They went straight for it. They knew it was something valuable. The only one who could have known those particular containers were of any significance. Damn you. Damn you, Skorda. Wasn't what it seemed, whatever it was. Every crash survivor who came in contact with it eventually died. And they didn't die well. I held each of them while their bodies liquefied. While they screamed for loved ones not there. I think my body held out so they wouldn't have to die alone. But I'm fading fast. Skorda betrayed me. My house abandoned us. Secrets and secrets. I called and called. When I finally contacted my superiors, they were worried about diseases or contamination, but agreed to send help. No help came. Time passed. A lot of it. I marked it in the deaths of my crew. Finally, call came in. Some woman asked lots of questions about the symptoms. She told me to leave the sick behind. They couldn't risk taking them back. I couldn't do that. When the last of them died, I abandoned the wreck. I don't think there was ever a plan to help us. I think we were just a petri dish to be studied. Poor Anton. He's getting the hint. I could tell. He's just slower to let the ideals go. You tell him I did my duty, as I saw it. You tell him that. Andre Gannan. That's who I talked to. She spoke of my crew the way scientists talk about lab rats. That's House Atreydes now. No? Maybe. Maybe we can still be who we were. But even if I return to the Atreydes, I don't think I have much time. Tell Anton. Tell him I'm sorry.
Who's that?
I need backup.
Someone's here.
Brought us to some stashed cargo, told us to help ourselves. Why someone needed to bring this to Iraqis is beyond me. I'm thanking my lucky stars for it now. Why were we sent to this horrible planet? They did something down here, poisoning us. Why is no one coming? I mean, has our Duke betrayed us?
Ship's log. Atreydes vessel Catheria. Captain Katrina Chloros reporting. We've been wrecked planetside for 8 days now. I know our emergency transponder is functioning. Where is our relief? We are desperately short of water, and we are continuously attacked by parties of deserters out to steal what little we have left. And now, an unknown illness is downing my crew. They're dropping like flies, on the verge of death. We've scoured the cargo for everything we can use. Then Captain Gordon's personal hush-hush edition. It makes no sense. Why smuggle this onto Arrakis? What is Skorda playing at? My people are dying. Why has our house forsaken us? Where is our relief?
It seems we both yet live. Katrina Chloros is dead. Puddle of gore. And that's all that's left of her. Word just came in from above. She succumbed to the mysterious malady that's going around. And they knew. They knew. My superiors chose to let her rot, to observe her like a specimen, just to collect the data. She was. More than you know. She taught me. She's the reason I am the person I am today. We could have saved her. Soldier, hero, mentor, she was one of us. She wasn't a lab rat to study. This was not right. This was not honorable. I don't want your damn report. I don't want this twisted spycraft trade. I don't want this damn war of assassins. Listen,
We left Kaladin as Atreydes. I don't know what we are anymore. All I know is that I am done participating in this twisted game. You want to deliver your report? Take it to my direct superior, Andre Gannan. Tell her I'm done. Congratulations. Your star is rising.
I did not calculate seeing you today. Correct. I am Andre Gannan, Mentat in service to Sufira Hawata and House Atreydes. I know of you. I have a detailed file of your exploits. Let's see what you have there. Why hasn't Anton Toливер delivered the reports through the usual channels? I see. I calculated this would happen, though not so soon. Anton Toliver's dilemma is a microcosm of an internal conflict plaguing House Atreydes. This war of assassins comes down to two mathematical truths. One, the Atreydes cannot win this war while cleaving to their ideals and honor. Two, while they could shed these illusions, I calculate that victory at the cost of their honor and identity would constitute another form of death. The answer, then, becomes obvious. Insulation. Some of us must do the distasteful deeds of spycraft and intrigue, so that others do not. My cold mind gives me a certain distance. I can do what needs to be done and not lose myself. I calculate you to be much the same. We can insulate House Atreydes. We can be the stained gloves protecting the hands of a good doctor. Then I hereby promote you. Now let's get to work. There is also something of a timely element that forces me to make greater haste and have greater need of your skills. Simone von Koenig, a devious mentat, my counterpart among House Harkonnen. She too is investigating the mysterious death sweeping through Arakeen. She is spying on me and my assets. She's making risky maneuvers in Arakeen itself. She could conceivably be behind all of this. It is only a speculated possibility, one of many. She definitely has set her eyes on this strange malady and the events surrounding it. Captain Skorda is clearly involved with the mystery ailment. I've collated the evidence, patterns, and probabilities. They do not add up to a disease. An unknown substance. Something Captain Skorda was involved with. Something contained aboard the Cytheria when it crashed. Insufficient data. The matter has attracted attention from strange and disparate directions. I predict something significant and nefarious. I will insulate you from the dangers of my speculation until my probability models are more sound. The Sandflies have been operating on the shield wall. Collected intel suggests their involvement with Captain Skorda and the wreck of the Cytheria. Among other things, the Sandflies have experienced the same mysterious deaths that we've seen in Arakeen, just prior to our outbreak here. Originally a labor movement, the brutal grip of the Harkonnens transformed them into something that is part bandit band and part rebel movement. Their structure is organized, but highly decentralized, making them difficult to stamp out by any powers that be. I would like you to raid and investigate a Sandflies training camp and bring me any pertinent intel. Alacrity is appreciated.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
I did not calculate seeing you today. Multiple deaths spread across Arakeen. Not yet an epidemic, but the symptoms are morbid, and a connection between victims is difficult to establish. Tensions are high, particularly with the possibility that we have experienced the test run of some class of bioweapon. I am tasked with discovering the nature of the ailment, identifying the malefactor, if malefactor there be, and to aid in developing a defense. I calculate you will be useful in these pursuits. That question presupposes we had the power to save Commander Kloros. We did not. The crew of the Catheria suffered a mysterious malady of unknown scope and origin. We had to observe. Perhaps more than you know. Is the ailment a disease? A poison? Is it contagious? How quickly can it spread, and by what vectors? Was it caused by an accident or maleficence? These were all unknown quantities. We had to know more before we could act. At our level of responsibility, we deal with more than what is immediately in front of us. There is a larger picture at play. By attempting to save Captain Kloros, we might doom whole populations to a plague. By failing to carefully observe the malady, we might fail to learn how to stop it. Resist the knee-jerk pull of high emotion. Think. Consider. Interesting. I see. A pilot hired to remove an unspecified container from the shipwreck. Excellent work. I believe I have triangulated the most probable location. I'd already generated a list of persons of interest and had tabs put on them. Trip Yates was on that list. As you say. I require you to locate Trip Yates and extract information from him. I leave the method of extraction to your discretion. Logic and even prescience are not absolutes. I will mark your task done upon your return. Details are in the contract.
Hey, it's you! I never forget a face or a still suit silhouette, you know what I mean? That's so! Maybe it's old Trip's lucky day. Information is like currency, right? As valuable as gold or spice. Well, maybe not spice. What you offering? Hey, no need to get ugly. I'll talk. Yeah, tell you anything you want to know. Everyone knows you can trust old Trip. You know, yeah, it's just medical supplies to take to... Alright, Hey, don't be that way. Was it medical supplies? I don't know what it was. Honest, it kind of thing that attracts scary folk. You know what I mean? Someone called the Red Scorpion got in touch with the Sandflies to hire me to transport the cargo. It's no questions asked kind of vibe. You know what I mean? Word on the wind is serious folk are after this. Crime lords, spies, maybe even Imperials. But that's all I know. Swear to spice. Alright. I heard the rumour that this Red Scorpion can be found at an old testing station. So, can I go now? My cargoes won't smuggle themselves.
I did not calculate seeing you today. I apologize, but I have little aptitude for personable small talk. What specifically do you want to know? I proudly serve my adopted house, though in my youth I found their storybook ideals of honor to be naive and fanciful, bordering on childish. I have since amended and annotated my opinion. On Old Terra, there was a literary character named Don Quixote, who upheld fanciful ideals in a mundane and cynical world. A person can keep one foot in the world as it really is, as well as one foot in the world as it ought to be. Atreydes' ideals have value. I lean harder on the foot set in cold reality, so that others might lean into those ideals. Now, is there anything else you would like to know about me? What would you like to know? I grew up an orphan and was earmarked early on to become an Imperial Mentat, before Sufira Hawata took me under his wing. Sufira filled the vacancy of my parents. He understood how my mind worked better than my previous tutors, knew how to communicate to my potential. I shall always be grateful to Sufira for that. No one could ask for a better mentor. I came to Arrakis at Thufir's request, serving as his hidden right hand during this war of assassins, just as he serves as a hand of Duke Leto. Now, is there anything else you would like to know about me? As you like. I did not calculate seeing you today. I have a dossier on that pseudonym. His real name is Turgon Hauer. Based on his normal patterns of observed activity, his most probable location currently is Desert Testing Station number 142. Raid the station, find the Red Scorpion, aka Turgon Hauer, and any evidence on the whereabouts or contents of the container in question. That would be advisable. My prediction on his location loses accuracy with every minute that passes.
sir.
Greetings from Hassel Seraphim, Director of Desert Testing Station number 142. The mission of Station 142 is to explore this planet's seismic and volcanic history and outlook. We are further responsible for running extensive mineral surveys intended to locate potentially valuable resources. This location was selected as being not only ideal for deep seismic probes, but also because it rests on several rich mineral deposits which can be tapped for use by this and other stations, thereby avoiding the high cost and long delays associated with space transport.
Found them! Reveal yourself. Someone here! Enemy sight!
They will fall. I see someone.
Because eyes on target. Charge! Identify yourself. Enemy fall. Fire in the hole. I'm coming for you, Scott.
I spy an
someone
Imperial
here.
pig.
Identify
Sandfly, help me!
There's someone here.
Reveal yourself.
see this coming. I should have kept it small. Worked in the shadows. Tanks and thopters. What was I thinking? Of course that was going to draw attention. Now it's just like the Duke's household all over again. I wanted to rise too far. Too fast. And wouldn't my old comrades like to get a hold of Turgenhauer again? Oh, I'd be better off left to the tender mercies of the Harkonnen. Look, I'll find a way out of this. I mean, I always do. Maybe I can sell them out. Yeah, make them think Norin is the man they're after. I mean, he's the kind of fool who'd happily die in my place if he thought it would help the cause. Yes, yeah, that might work. I'm gonna have to work fast, though.
I did not calculate seeing you today. Let me see what you have. Your work continues to impress. Notations of payments made, and a notation of delivery to the Stone Sentinel. Curious. Things will move more swiftly now. Get to the Stone Sentinel and gather intel regarding this canister. Do this, and I will bring you into deeper strata of intrigue, with all of the dangers and rewards that come with it.
Who goes there? Identify yourself.
I did not calculate seeing you today. Interesting. Let's see what you have. That does fit the profile of the Sandfly's illegal spice trade. A possible dead end, but I will have the sample tested. I calculate you're ready to participate in a deeper level in the game I play. Congratulations. Your work has been exemplary. I've put in a good word with my mentor, Sufira Hawata, mentat to Duke Leto Atreydes. I want you to visit him in person. He is the finest man I know, the perfect mentat. He has all the pertinent details of our investigation, but I'd like you to mention one more thing. I've built a strong case against the man most likely responsible for all of these deaths, an influential and respected businessman in Arakeen. Ambrose Lucifera, scion of a minor house of the same name. I've collected evidence of corrupted business ventures and a connection to Captain Skorda. What's more, he knows several of the victims of the tainted spice and has been in contact with a Harkonnen agent. I intend to put a stop to this. I'd like Thufir's permission to eliminate Ambrose Lucifera with extreme prejudice. He's on Arrakis briefly, so our window of opportunity is small. The equation is simple. On balance, this man has inflicted death and misery far outweighing the benefits of his existence. He must be eliminated. What's more, he should be eliminated by us, thus sparing the honor and dignity of more righteous members of House Atreides. You have my every confidence.